People, welcome back to Politricks Watch. This is Sir P. Now, it's very clear to me that we're living in a national circus. Too much clowns about the place. Now, maybe you wonder to yourself, okay, Sir P, how do I know if I'm a clown? Today I go find out. And if you want to know, your relatives, your friends, whoever, if they're clowns too, just send them this video. I make them answer the question them when I go ask. I'm giving you the official test to find out if you're a clown or not. If you should be taken seriously or not. Too much things are going on. I'm going to touch upon multiple different issues, but all of them fall under the same umbrella. Yes, I'm going to even touch upon the JPS. Yes, I'm going to talk about this big hullabaloo over tourist ship. If you don't drink your tea, if you don't drink coffee, then water is fine. Matter of fact, water is the best thing for you. But before we go any further, today I have a special Patreon birthday shout out. To a patron that lives all the way in the Far East. On Patreon we call him Akumetsu. Hailing from Japan. Bro, big up yourself. Man, I don't even know what kind of time zone you work with. But I hope you have a great day. Live long and prosper. But Akumetsu, I go want you to tell me something. Because right now I'm going to transition right into the JPS thing. And seeing as how I Japan you there, but I need you to tell me if you have no shares in a company. Which company you talk about, Sir P? I'm going to tell you the company. The company's name is Marubeni. I don't know if I saw it pronounced. Marubeni, R-A-M-U-B-E-N-I. In case you're wondering, who them people are? Are them people that want JPS? We could start off with JPS now. We could start off with the clown show because when we realize is many Jamaicans, I don't know if it's enough to say most, but many Jamaicans, in my opinion, don't actually want to see no changes, they don't want the results. They just like to be upset and find something new to complain about and post their quotes, post their memes, and sound all deep, get their likes and move on to the next story. Because people who want results, people who actually want to see changes, look which part of the problem there and say something have to be done about that. People that talk about this JPS price rise, JPS a pressure way, JPS a pressure way. From what kill the Jamaicans are bad about JPS a pressure way. Like a pressure cooker. Let's get something straight. The name Jamaica Public Service is nothing more than marketing. It's nothing more than PR. There is no such thing as the Jamaica Public Service. That's the Japanese public service. Look on your screen. In 2011, Korea East-West Power, right? So that's one of the two foreign companies them who own JPS, entered into a purchase and sale agreement with Marubeni Corporation for joint ownership, majority shares, 80% in JPS. Between Marubeni and Korea East-West Power, they own 80% in JPS. In other words, ain't no JPS. Marubeni is a Japanese company. Korea East-West, as you can imagine, is a Korean company, South Korean. That's APS, Asian Public Service. People that jump about why JPS look out for. Why would they? As far as these people are concerned, this is a business. The government of Jamaica have a little bit of shares in it and some other little bit. Them not attack. In any company you go, with 80%, right? If one group won 80%, our next group won 5 and a little 5, 1 little 5 for the next 20, or whatever they want to it, whatever the case may be, that 80% group call the shots. Now, won't expect that's foreign money go business but Jamaicans can't put pot on fire. You think the Korea East West Company business, say the little small shop man, right, can't manage because his expenses, him light bill too high? You think in business the people, right, in a Lariston or Tradiga Park, right, I take too much of them salary. You think them business, the people want about them money. So what people should have asked, the real question people should have asked is this: why in 2021 Jamaica, something as important as a utility company is a monopoly? JPS is a monopoly. Sorry, I mean APS, Asian Public Service. That's a monopoly. Show me which part you're going to the world and see a monopoly where prices not constantly go up and up. That is one of the disadvantages of a monopoly. Right? The lack of competition. It is competition that force businesses, right, to give you a better price and a better service. Let me say that again. It is competition that force businesses to give you a better price and better service. People get all emotional about in the right, no fear. This is not kindergarten. In the real world, this is what happens to you. When two foreign company go your country, go buy your utility company, people them want about their money. See, Marubeni and Korea East West, no business, but no uptown, no downtown, no country, them want about their money. So if people is serious, they made a demand from them leaders. Say, hold on, this election cycle, what we want here is what going to happen with the competition with JPS must go up against. In the entire world, them can't open it up if you make 2-3 other companies come challenge it, and you see how fast the price go down. You see how fast the price them go down. You wonder if a thief is a thief light. Companies not do nothing because they like nobody. The reason why Pepsi charge you $100 for a bottle of Pepsi and not 1,000 is because they have rivals and competitors. If every other soda company disappear tomorrow, you would pay $1,000 for a bottle of Pepsi. And all they can do is complain. But people don't want to change nothing. People want to complain. People want to complain. It's a clown show. People want to get around, sing kumbaya and be in them feelings and be upset. Because the last election when we sit on the same platform and say why the Jamaican people them turn the election in a circus as usual. Man I tell you about who for smile nice, who for shoes bossy, all kind of Mickey Mouse foolishness. And now, see the nights are coming. It's not even ready to start working. I want more. What about JPS too wicked? The people them don't business about your sad story. Korea East West and Marubeni now lose no sleep, right, over the fact that you can't afford the bills them. The people them want back their money. What do you think that gonna happen? We don't own nothing in your country. Jamaica don't own none of the two major airports them. Them don't own JPS. The ports them. What do you think that gonna happen? These people don't care. And if them are going to even say sell 80% to this group, where are the competitors? Where are the 3-4 extra licenses to make somebody come in or go force them hand to start look at more cost effective ways to do things? But if it's a monopoly, what's the incentive? What is the incentive? People are coming from this position of righteousness and it's complete nonsense. Let me tell you something right now. If you listening to this right now, if you are a woman and you are the only woman in this world, you'd be a terrible person. If you are the only woman in this world and every man did have to go through you if them want some front, you can be anything you want to be. You can be low, you can be vulgar. You don't have to do nothing at the house because you're the only woman on earth. You're a monopoly. What you going to do? They with each other? Well, since you want that woman, yeah, This is what you get, where you depend. That's what happens when you only have one option. If you are a man and you're the only man on earth, you can do what you feel like. What the woman am I do? Well, left you, if you're next man, where him there? There's no other man, where am I go? You can't treat women any way you want to treat them because there's no other option. JPS is a monopoly. The people them want about their money. Instead of talking about it's not right, it's not fair, look to your leaders. When I look to JPS, the government can't tell JPS nothing. Them not want nothing. The people who have the majority shares are for them company. Run go call your prime minister now. Why him can't tell JPS? Right? Run go call. Who you want call? All them can do is tell you what you want to hear. Them can't tell the people them nothing. 80% shares. Do you know why Jamaicans don't own the Japanese public service and do the same thing to the Japanese people? Because we can't. Do you know why Jamaica don't own the Korean public service and do the same thing to the Korean people? Because we can't. Do you know why every country come at Jamaica, come take over this, take over that, and take Jamaican people fool? Because they can. Jamaica and Jamaicans don't, right? The reason why they don't do certain things to other countries is not because Jamaica is holy and full of morals. It's because Jamaica cannot. Jamaicans can. You can go China, go do what the Chinese man come and Jamaica come do. That's a fact. Hit the dislike button. No, me just a warm up. You cannot go to the reason this position of morality and this it's not right and it's not the reason why you not go China and Korea and Japan, go outsmart them, take over them industries, in 5 years dominate this space and that space is because you cannot. Not because of morals and values. That is a fact. These countries come to Jamaica, outsmart, right? Jamaican politicians, give them a little crumbs, trick them, get what them forget, and then go back at them country because they can. Somebody have to say it. It's not because of who like who and who have more feelings and who have more morals. End of the day, this is business. This is how the world works. This is how the world works. This corner shop sit down and talk about in the right, in the rear, and better wake up fast. To wake up fast and smell the Cersei tea. Alright, go and go do it then, no? Go at Japan, right? Go see if they might give you for them public service company. A group gather up all of your favorite big shot CEOs from Jamaica. Tell them to go at Japan or China or Hong Kong or anywhere. Or Korea, Singapore. Go down there with every money they have in their pocket, every dollar out of their bank account, empty them savings and go and go say, sell me your public service company, sell me and you see how fast and come up on the plane. You see how fast and come up on the plane. You're mad? Put our utilities in the hands of Jamaicans. Jamaicans who struggle to keep a pothole fixed. Pothole fixed and one rainfall and they go back again. You think the Japanese are going to say, yeah man, come trust us? No, it will never happen. I'm just being honest here. Hear me say, if you can't do it and you want to do it, Jamaicans can't do it. Jamaicans can't go to them people in the country go take over nothing. But them can come and our country come take over things. Right? And guess what? People spend their money and they want back their money. So you can't ball until you blue. When it did a sell, when it did a transfer go over here, so when they never want to open up, right? If you say alright, at least make 3-4 rivals jump in. So competition will go on. And the consumer will get a better product, better service, better price. What the people need? Where was the Jamaican electorate then? And they busy and lost off who for shoes nice and who for smile nice. Clown things, a circus thing. I'm not even getting into the questions then to determine if you are a clown too, you know. We never reach to say yet. I will talk about it. You be talk about democracy. What you think democracy for? Your leader's supposed to be a reflection of the people. So, if you say leaders them are clown, guess what that's about the people? Clown too. Every election cycle, all you need is run up and down and blow beer vuvuzela. Nobody asks them, what going on with the JPS? Why is this company a monopoly in 2021? Where are the rivals? Is there some kind of contract or prevent, right, JPS from getting a rival? And if so, who signed that contract? Who would agree to something like that? You can't tell me other investors just don't want to get into this big pot of money. What go on? But people rather cuss over the symptoms, just like with crime. Nobody not interested in talking about the culture, the mindset, the conveyor belt. But no want that. Instead, what they want is this Superman, single Batman police must turn up on the scene, right, and then shot every gunman them don't like, and the gunman them with them like and popular and maybe can entertain them to live. But this Superman cop are gonna shot everybody else and crime are go done. That's Jamaica. A clown society. First question to determine if you are one of said clowns. If you are a 16-second sprinter and you expect the 14-second sprinters, right, where you idolize, figure Olympics, go beat Elaine Thompson-Hera and Shelley and Fraser, then you are a clown. Go down to the local circus, call it work. Because people are now stunned, so them 14-second sprinters now perform. Why now win the Olympics? Me not understand. Why can't medal? A 14-second sprinter. You're now asking politicians, right, who have been underachieving, who have been struggling before Big C even dropped, to suddenly start get answers. People who couldn't get answers before, right, this global crisis, now I go find it in the middle of the crisis. People, right, who couldn't turn over 1 year of growth worth writing home about, suddenly I go now dip in our magic pot, store one big spoon, and get things done. What people really are asked for? Because you see the problem with the 14-second sprinter, in believing say or hoping say them are gonna win Olympic gold medal, you know what you rely upon? Buck up. And look, you are hoping say Shelley, shoes lace go come and down and she go trip and drop. Elaine have to go pull up because of an injury. Everybody else, right? Sharika, right? Belly have to go start earth and in the middle of the race to stop. Yet you are hoping say everybody, something have to go happen to everybody for your 14-second sprinter win. What are the chances of that happening? It is better to rely upon ability and track record. And the track record of your leaders show, right? Say nobody get your hopes up. You see, the reason for elections is that you pick people based on them policies, and then after them bring in the policies, right, then you judge the results. That is what democracy is for. But election in Jamaica, election cycles, is a clown show. Right? I mean, say people are run pan who for smile nicer, who for shoes fresher, right? Who have more swag. Right? You can't even hear anybody else say when anybody again pure vuvuzela, right through. Then when people win, everybody are spinning like, hold on, what is happening? Right, the JP is still a monopoly. Hold on, the Jamaican economy still rely upon tourism and remittance. The economy top heavy. Hold on, what going on? Everybody confused. Oh, alright, make us start ball about the symptoms now. That's what people are do. People are gonna ask the question, why tourists are get special treatment in a Jamaica? And then people are gonna say it's not fair. It's not fair. I hope you're ready to hit the side button. The question, does tourists come before the rest of Jamaica? I'm gonna tell you the real truth right now. I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite leader, no one tell you. The answer is yes. As far as the government of Jamaica is concerned, tourists The tourism industry is the golden goose. It's the prize bull, the favorite child. You know, you have parents and they might have 6 pitney and they clearly have a preference for one over everybody else. That one can go when they want, come in back when they want, and everybody else sitting at the yard. And I say, but how comes mom make she go? Because that the prize bull. Tourism is the prize bull. Your favorite leader, I want to tell you this because I have to maintain this. Oh well, you know, we look at everybody the same. Complete rubbish. Tourism is, and for the foreseeable future will remain, the golden goose that will get special treatment. Somebody have to tell them that. And the fact is somebody have to tell them that, really I wonder what go on. This idea about it's not fair. Fair? Welcome to the real world. It's right there on your screen. The tourism industry accounts for over 50% of the country's total foreign exchange earnings and provides about 1/4 of all jobs. 50% of the country's total foreign exchange earnings. Half. 1 in 2. Favorite dollar, 50 cents. One industry. If you think that industry is going to get treated the same like everybody else, you need to link me for some unicorn. A matter of fact, don't bother link me for a unicorn. Go down at the circus, get apply for your job. Get yourself one red wig and one red nose and paint your face white. Anybody tell you that industry will get treated like everybody else and upon lockdown days it will get locked down too and rubbish. When the story drop and people come out and say, well, it was pre-booked. Pre-booked, complete nonsense. Tell the people them the truth. Tourism industry a prize bull. Golden goose. It is going to get special treatment. Everybody was sitting at the yard, they'd have something planned to do on those days. People did pre-book other things. There are many businesses in Jamaica, small and medium, even some large, who did have big plans for Monday and Tuesday, and then did pre-book and then they have to cancel it. Then they have to cancel it because it was a lockdown day and they can't go here so and you can't go here so and they can't do this. Pre-book no mean nothing. Pre-book is no excuse. You couldn't left out of your yard if you just go run the business same because well me did pre-book. Cut the crap, Mr. Spokesman. What pre-book? Tell the people and the truth. Tourism industry is the golden goose, so we give them special treatment. What do you mean by it's not fair? Just like with JPS, maybe if during election time you did ask your beloved leaders, right, say why in 2021 the Jamaican economy is still so heavily reliant on tourism and remittance. Jamaica is a two-trick pony. Tourism and remittance. The rest of industry them, what people are talking about, yes, them provide jobs and them provide, but when it comes down to the cold hard cash, when it comes down to the almighty dollar, a remittance and tourism bring in that. And that is why the government suddenly start to get more flexible when them two industry they at risk, or when them two things are at risk. Them start to become more understanding. You see, for your job, even though your job provide food for your family and your job is important, and if you not work Monday and Tuesday, it'll cost you X, Y, and Z. The government are going to tell you, say, boy, I saw you go, big C. Can't do nothing. When it comes on to the industry where we 50% of total foreign exchange, then suddenly you say, boy, well, them they done pre-book already, and so what you want to do? That's ridiculous. Pre-book no mean nothing. Everybody did pre-book something. Everybody they have plans, everybody have moves to make, money to make. The rules are different. The tourism industry gets special treatment. When we make these videos, I'm going to talk about the facts, the foundation of the Jamaican economy is outdated. The Bank of Jamaica, their policies, many of them are archaic, they come from the Stone Age era. If the Jamaican people did seriously want an economy, a serious economy, one to be proud of, one where people actually have a better chance, a fighting chance. Election time, they may say, hold on there, you're not going no further than you so until I tell you how you're going to do this. But instead, watch the circus. Then, when them elect people for everything except the issues, then them get upset when the issues then present themselves. And now people expect Biggie Smalls to go to the Olympics to go beat Usain Bolt. When have your leaders ever shown any competence in any field regarding politics? Which sector in Jamaica, which industry in Jamaica, the success can be credited to the government? Tell me now. Where Jamaica excelling at? Sports and music, individual events. If the government of Jamaica is responsible for Ilian, there would be no gold medal. If the government of Jamaica, right, they're responsible for Shelly and Fraser, there would be no gold medal. The same for Usain Bolt, the same for Bob Marley, there would be no gold medal. There would be no diamond selling albums. Individuals excel in Jamaica because individuals that come down to your own talent and your own effort and everything than your management team around you. But once government preside over it, here comes the mediocrity. But people want the government to now start shine during the middle of a crisis when they couldn't shine before the crisis. They must get the answers now. Complete madness. If you expect the Jamaican government to do well in the middle of the crisis, when they were underachieving before the crisis, head down to the local circus and apply for a job. You are a clown. You are a clown. People that talk about hospital beds, run out of oxygen. People that talk about not enough space to do this on the state of the hospitals. But we talk about Christopher Teflon now. Because Andrew Holness can run campaign, right, focusing on shoes, and Teflon can run campaign focusing on Fame Smile. See, me not forgetting them. Me not forget the circus that was around Christopher Teflon. People who actually watch my content, people who actually been with the movement for a while, and people even if they knew then go watch old videos, which is what you should do. Come to know if you drop on a channel with 900 videos and only watch 2 and things you know go on. Remember when time me used to call out Teflon, Christopher Teflon, cause nothing to stick to him. I was asking the question, how Christopher Teflon is rated the best performing minister in Jamaica. This was even before the Big C. This was when Cornwall Regional and them placed the turn upside down all kind of crisis. The people in Jamaica voted Christopher Teflon the best performing minister. See the page screen? By a mile. I mean I look around and I ask, how? Because when time I look, the nurses them and Teflon constantly at it. Right. The medical fields, the hospitals and Teflon but because of the the well thought out Jamaica Moves PR campaign and then to Teflon and run and I run and I run. And I run and I run and I run and I smile and I smile and I smile. Jamaican people see that and say, yes, best performing minister. Meanwhile, people that are hospital, people that are Spanish Town Hospital, people that are Kingston lie down on the ground even before Big C. This is nothing new, All Big C do is come and make things worse. But they were never good from the start. So now people, the same people, who did I say? Originally when Big C dropped and the numbers and they look good for Jamaica and people are hype it up. Jamaica is one of the countries where we haven't had any cases and it's under control. Remember who them pushed to the front? Christopher Teflon. They were saying it's because of him and his leadership why the numbers them look so good. Now the numbers them look bad, it's everybody's fault except him. When the numbers were good, your favorite leaders were at the front taking all the praise, smiling and waving to the fans. But now the numbers don't look so good, I dirty people in fault. Kinda no sense. Me tell them, what you want me to do? We can't nothing more. So them turn up. Them turn up. Forget the praise. But now when time things don't look so well. Are the old tired of talking to people them now? No. It's because the original numbers when they look good is a buck ups. You were never in control. Teflon has never been excelling at anything. Hit the dislike button, I don't care. Christopher Teflon has never excelled in his ministry. Ever. All thing Teflon excel at is PR. That's his best trait. PR. And the reason why him can excel is because if you have a good PR team and you hire a good marketing company, them can shape your image in the eyes of the public. But me no business about image, me look on results. And they tell me straight I get rough, you know. Because I know Teflon is very popular. So you can hit the dislike button from now. If Christopher Teflon is the best performing minister in Jamaica, me no want to see the worst. Being the best performing minister in Jamaica is like being the fastest snail. It's like being the slimmest sumo wrestler. The tallest dwarf. The standard is so low. The standard in Jamaica is so low that Christopher Teflon, a man who's in charge of the health industry, an industry that is in dire straits from Wapikil Philo. People look and say, that's the best. Help us all. So now what? Teflon are going to find the answers? They are winging it. I'm going to talk about the opposition. Since we're on the topic of clowns. Notice, throughout this whole thing, the opposition not really said nothing. And when time them say nothing, they might as well them to keep quiet. So my statements in them release are so ridiculous, might as well them to keep quiet. You know why? Because them know say them not the answers neither. Can we talk about it? Them know, the PNP knows that them now the answers neither. You see them put out statement. The government need to get some influencers to encourage people to get the vaccine. Man go sit on one side. That'd be nice. That's it. I don't even know where to start. Because we can talk about who not perform and who not perform. But then when you look on the alternative, it's like, alright, we're literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. So I'm going to tell you the truth. Looking at Jamaican leaders in the PNP and the JLP is like asking me, what you want? You want a stop or a chop? That you ask me to pick between, you know. And that is the part that really trouble me. Because I one thing to say, alright, Andrew Holness, Christopher Tufton, right? Horace Chang. We don't say nothing go on. But then they say, alright, let's say election call tomorrow morning. Who actually believe Mark Golding and co are going to be better? Tell me in the comment who actually believe that. It's depressing to even think about it. Because the old time Jamaican politicians know how to do things and when they're in the opposition. When they're in the opposition, they have all the answers. But when they get in a power, for some reason, they have memory loss. Right? Remember, Andrew Holness didn't know to fix crime until he become the Prime Minister. Right? The PNP, right? For example, Peter Bunting, when he did in power, the man said, divine intervention have to go fix crime. Now, back in opposition, the man have all the answers again. And we can talk about politicians all day. But personally, I always look on the people. Because the people ultimately have the power and the people are make the decisions. Right? And just like how you have a woman who sit down every day and complain about her baby father and she not left him. Right? And even if she left him, she go there with the next man who have the exact same trait so she can sit down and complain again. Right? Eventually I get tired of hearing the complaining. I just say it reach right now. That's the Jamaican people. That woman. She complained about sci-fi. And she stayed in for 10 years until she finally said, alright, tired of him now. And she got there with J-Bad. The same trait. And now she want to come sit down by her veranda until they say, boy, I can't take this in the man, I can't take, me just fed up right now, I'm fed up. And I listen. Why you listen and listen to the same story for the last 15, 20 years? If the Jamaican people did want serious leadership, them they get it. If you wanted real progress and real prosperity, you'd get it. Get it? Because one part is a progress, one is a prosperity. You cannot tell me that people live in one country. We cannot even get to one bank account without climbing one mountain. And have the ability to pressure them leaders to change the laws, and have never done so. No one complain about business and money and fear. You don't want the results. You want to make nice. You want to complain. You don't want the results. We can't fix this. You can put pressure upon your leader to change anything. Any leader realize that his political career is at stake if he not give the people them what they want, right? I go fall. That's a fact. It's either him fall or lose him seat for somebody else to give the people them what they want. So if you did want the economy to get rearranged, certain little outdated policies to move the red tape that the unnecessary bureaucracy will surround Jamaica. Right? The whole heap of doorman must stand up in front of the gate will prevent this and prevent that. If you did want JPS to get rivals and competitors, right, to give you a better price and a better service, if you did want this and want that, you would have get it if you did demand it, but you didn't demand nothing. You want to blow vuvuzela. You want to blow vuvuzela, right, and debate who for clocks tougher. You don't want them serious. So, in a circus, you're going to find clowns. That's what Jamaica, after, let's call it 60 years, a national circus. Show me the industry, show me the sector, show me the ministry where that not apply to. Where you go brag about the education ministry? Where you go brag about it? National security? Where? Even tourism, as good as tourism do, is still underachieving. That's a whole step. Well, I've done videos on that already. Tourism, in terms of what it actually do for Jamaica as a whole, we know so they bring in up money, but for the citizens in the street, even that are underachieved. Health, nobody ever talk about health. And I'm not even judging Big C. See, people that talk about, people start question Ministry of Health and question tough than since Big C. May I question it before Big C even drop? So they might go find beds now when they couldn't find beds before when there was no Big C. Complete circus. So what me say? If you believe and expect, so you're a 14-second sprinter, I go beat Elaine or Shelly, you are a clown. I hope and look you rely upon not ability and track record. So sure, it is possible. It is possible so you're 14 seconds that can win, but it's very unlikely. You want to win medals? Then you send your best team go to the Olympics. You start elect people who actually demonstrate. So they're thinking outside of the box, because clearly thinking inside of the box has been delivering no results for the last 50 odd years. And as them said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. This is why I refuse to join your side story and join your little kumbaya circle, right, and talk about it's not right, it's not fair. If you want to really change it, I get it. It's a 3-day story. By tomorrow you'll be back to what you really care about. And before me anyway, let me just say this. Nobody people want to make noise now. The only reason why they want to make noise is because for the first time in our history, them pocket hurt them. For the first time in our history, right, them a feel it. Normally when something happen, it only affect one group or other group of us, and now every Jamaican I feel it. Even people who think say them quote unquote big time. People who think say them a hot shot, people who think say them have it, all of a sudden things are look tight for them too. So now you see them on social media ball too. All of a sudden them start about think about the people. You're not business about no people, you're business about yourself. This is self-interest. Years people are support Jamaica you never business until now you feel it too. Don't try to pretend like the people. You feel it too. Because one time you could have sing in your yard and live in your bubble. Guess what? Now them new policy that you will feel it too. But I try to dress it up like say people who normally are very quiet when it comes on to every issue. Issues like crime and anything, them not have nothing to say. But now that's big C, I lick down everybody and everybody pocket upon them and everybody are catch and dead. Right? All of a sudden they're very vocal. Right? Did it upset your comfy life? Did you suddenly realize that you are a Jamaican? Right? And because you come from a particular part of Jamaica that is normally not affected by things like poverty, crime and anything, that you suddenly, you feel like one of the people now? Now you want to get involved? Now you're vocal? Now you're in the news? Now you're all over social media? How convenient. How convenient. We need to hurry up on this because people are dying. You don't care about nobody dying. People have been dying in Jamaica from Wapikil Philo in record numbers. It's just the first time you realize it's affecting you and your family. How sad. Since we talk about dying, let me reaffirm what I've said before. When it comes down to this vaccine business, do your own research and make up your own mind. Because speaking about clones, this whole vax versus anti-vax thing is the biggest clown show of them all. If you want to take the vaccine, do so and go on about your business. If you don't want to take the vaccine, do so and go on about for your business too. Because right now there's some kind of vax civil war going on where people on both sides are trying to prove that them are the smart one. So one side smart and nobody else not in sense. Right? People who take it I say, well, we're the smart ones, them not in sense. And people who don't take it I say, well, we're the smart ones, them not in sense. And everybody quote the science. Everybody look for the doctor them, we agree with for them side and then repost it. Right. And then them say, you see doctor you say. But then when the next doctor say something, when I agree with them, then say, well, that doctor not no sense. People need to grow up. Grow up, right, and make people come to their own conclusions. Stop judge and shame people for their own decisions and what they want to do with them body. If man want to take the vaccine, left them alone. If man don't want to take it, mind your business. Right. End of the day, whatever your favorite leaders might say, whichever laws them, nothing not change. The citizens have a right to decide what they put in their body. So do your own research and make your own decision. Nobody shame you now. This whole I'm brighter than you, I'm smarter than you, me know something where you don't know, or you know, so you are the fool, wait till. Complete rubbish. This is just the latest example of people finding ways to pretend to them better than people and know more than people. Complete foolishness. In everything, there will always be some early adopters. Then you got some people who need longer, take more time to convince. This is natural. The fact is some people need more time before them still walk on, before they make a move. Right? And them they move as fast as you move, now make you morally superior to them. So this whole heap of, but the lives, cut the crap, you want to hurry up and go back to party, you're not busy about nobody life. Patron squad, big up on yourself. Yeah, you don't know, no life. Ultra squad, stay circling, bless.